Hey guys, Jamie here at the Everything You Need to Know Spinal Show. I get a lot of questions about positioning while you're driving in the car, and we've been following up on this car life series. How do you stretch? How do you take care of yourself, especially your spine while you're in the car driving a lot? Sitting in general, let alone driving for extended time frames, not necessarily healthy for the spine, not the position we want to be in. So how do we do this? The question I get is driving position, and I've probably covered this on a video before, but I think it's just that valuable that we do it again. So a couple really important points. One of the points is, a lot of people drive and they're very far from the steering wheel, at least I find, and it forces you to not just reach out for the steering wheel, but I'll find that you're more inclined to want to tip your head forward and lean in. Okay, and that's something we want to avoid. We want to avoid actually putting our spine in that anterior distorted position. We do it a lot with cell phones already. We do it with our digital devices already. We're on computers. So we're already doing this on a consistent basis. We want to try and avoid this. So first thing you can do is actually pull yourself closer to the steering wheel than you would suspect. So I'm going to slide myself up and hold the camera at the same time. So I'm going to get closer to the steering wheel. So this way I can hold the steering wheel, and yet I don't have to lean forward. I can still keep my head on the headrest. And that's important as we set up for the drive, is we want to get the head and use the headrest to our advantage. So I could probably move up a little bit more, probably to the point where it's going to seem like you're a little bit close, at least closer than you normally would be. As I get close to the camera here, closer than you normally would be. But I want to be able to hold the steering wheel without taking my head off the headrest. So that's position one. The second thing we're going to do is we're going to slide ourselves back into the seat, so we're sitting more upright, so we're not slouched down. Okay, because that's going to obviously defeat the purpose as well. So we want to slide back. The next thing you can do is use the headrest as a trigger for you to have a place to put your head and to signal you that it's either on or off. So the nice thing is, if you always want to keep your head on the headrest, once the head comes off, you'll be more aware, start to develop an awareness that you're off your target point. The other thing is, we're not just extending our head back to the headrest, we're actually retracting our spine back. So we're keeping our chin tucked in and we're pulling our spine back. So our head is on the headrest, but we're not hyperextending our head back. And then the last tip, and this maybe isn't for everybody, probably depends a bit on your spinal shape, your distortion patterns, any type of other challenges you have. But one tip that I'll use if I'm flying for an extended time is I'll actually stick a pillow in the lumbar spine, all right? And that just pulls and supports the lumbar spine, especially because most car seats don't have any type of lumbar support. And if you're going to be driving for an extended time, a couple hours, that might be something you'd want to add to the mix as well. So get yourself closer to the wheel, okay? Number one, retract your head and let it touch the headpiece. So you want to bring that headpiece up so it's high enough. A lot of times it's down, and if you were to stick the head back, you're almost bending over top of it. That's not what we want. We don't want to hyperextend. And then if it's going to be a longer trip, or based on your spine shape and positions, you may want to stick something in behind you as well to add some lumbar support for those longer drives. So guys, thank you for checking out the Everything You Need to Know Spinal Show. We'll talk to you next week.